brightest to give it that dramatic effect. Although this is a window, this window is still in shade. Although the roof is facing the sky, the sun is not shining on this part of the roof because the sun is going down on the horizon. This is underneath the roof. Now this I'm trying just to get a general foundation, light areas and dark areas. I will revisit it and polish up later. This is a round metallic object. Round metallic objects, or even all cylindrical objects, have stripes of tones. If you look at any round object, a kettle, a shiny kettle, a concrete pillar, a tree, you will see that the tones are stripes. Not moving across the curve, but following the log, the main stem of the cylindrical object. Do not go against the main form of the object. Go with the main stem of the object. The only way to make something shine is to have a dark tone right next to where the light shines. Then it will shine. Where a surface bends, you will see where it bends, where they join. You will even find a highlight in there. That's because the angles of that bend are so many, it attracts light from other sources. even this dark tone will be reflected here, because metal, shiny metal, is like a mirror. I'm doing this, the rest of the wall of the side of this building. Now remember, I said we were experimenting with different media. But what I want us all to do is to do the foundation with a lead pencil. All artists, most artists who are organized, use pencil or charcoal to map out their light areas and their dark areas. They will even use charcoal, pencil or some type of graphite on their canvases before they put on a white primer. The primer will cover over the pencil, but it will still shine through. It will still come through the paint, because the paint is made out of water, and what is underneath will still show through as a guideline. And then the artist can paint on top of that white primer, knowing that underneath they can see the bright areas and the dark areas. So the technique I am using is being practiced by many artists for centuries. Now this building right now is one of the main buildings at the front of my urban landscape. I should in fact save time and get hold of a 2B or even a 4B pencil and make this area very dark, because buildings at the front have the brightest tones and the darkest tones. Buildings at the back, the tones fade, so they should become lighter. Anyway, this is my foundation. So I'm just showing you a method used for you to understand and demonstrate one consistent direction of light, from the right or from the left. If you practice doing this, you can never go wrong. If you want to start practicing light from all sorts of directions, it will give you so many different complex challenges, you may get lost. Simplify things for yourself, make it easy to understand. If I do some scratching, I revisit it and try to cover up, go over those areas which are scratching the surface. I want a gradual change in tone. From very dark to dark. not from very dark to light, because it's a shaded area. I want very dark to dark. It takes time. You have to be patient. Oh, where am I? Ah, I'm still here.
Andrew. We did it.
You did what? Are you talking while I'm trying to talk to my students in class, Kelly?
There's no students here.
I'm doing a demonstration.
You know we did.
We're recording here. Can you keep quiet? This building is going to create a shadow on this building. Let's put that shadow in. That shadow is useful because it helps us to define the satellite dish. The shadow is the darkest at the point where it starts. I ask students, what colour are shadows in paintings? They say they're black, teacher. And I say no, they are a darker colour of the surface colour on which the shadow falls. So, if the surface is yellow and the shadow falls on it, what colour is the shadow? Okay, where are we? This is the point of the building nearest to me. This side must be the darkest. And this point must be the lightest, so I'm just going to subdue this a little bit. I do not want this line, I'm going to rub it out. Okay, so I have the brightest and the darkest tone at the point nearest to me. I've created a dramatic lighting effect which makes my picture more entertaining and very simple to understand. Alright, somewhere there, I think. This is facing the direction of light. This is a window. We put that window in. This window is set inside the wall of the building. It's not level with the front surface of the building. Therefore, I get a dark area. This is underneath, does not face the light. This is the side of the building. It's got its back to the light. This is going to create a small shadow on the window. Is it a shadow or a reflection? It is in fact both.